next on All Access.
For the Patriots, Richard Seymour was a foundational player.
New England, I have one question. What took so damn long?
Very good. Congratulations, my friend.
Sometimes because you're fast as lane, it doesn't mean it's easy, fellas.
Floater to Burton. He's looking to throw, and he tosses a lob to Aguilar. Wide open! Touchdown, Patriots!
Let's go!
One thing that I think is really funny is Hunter actually started out at offensive tackle. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
That was crazy.
You wanted me to be that.
Yes.
He was a really good O-lineman with us, but then I went and watched him after that basketball season came.
Hey, Bill is a big Halloween guy.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Any way you guys can coax him into doing something special for Halloween?
If we win.
The Patriots get back on track after thrashing the New York Jets. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access presented by GEICO. I'm Steve Burton. Can New England build off their momentum and start stringing wins together? That will be the challenge as they head out to the West Coast in a date with the LA Chargers. Before we preview that game, let's look back at the sights and sounds from the Jets' win, which featured a reunion of sorts before the game.
We believe in you, baby. Let's go! it may look good now, but it ain't good at all.
Congratulations, my friend.
Appreciate it, brother.
Yes,
Congratulations, big boy. Congratulations.
Like I just said before the game, our path has been lane. But sometimes because you're fast as lane, it doesn't mean it's easy, fellas. We gotta endure hardships, tough times, losses, all of that. Endure, but show up.
Set the tone, fellas. Set the tone.
Bourne motions into the backfield from the pistol. Floater to Burton. He's looking to throw, and he tosses a lob to Aguilar. Wide open! Touchdown, Patriots!
24-yard touchdown. A lot of razzle-dazzle early in the year.
Let's go! Hey, keep the foot on the gas! Keep the foot on the gas! Put it through! Put it through!
Takes the step against the four-man rush. Wilson's in trouble. Down he goes! He's sacked back at the 20, and it's Miles Bryant. Fake to him, hand off to Harris, big hole, right side, sprints across the 30, 25-20, to the 15 with a stutter step, takes on a defender, and he's brought down inside the 10. Jones gives, Harris runs, a plunge up the middle, touchdown Patriots!
Really good start. Best start at home yet.
Good run. Good teams and good units. Don't let up. Just keep going. Don't let up. Don't let up. Don't let up.
Jones screens it with a lob to Bolden. Catch on the run, 15-10. Brandon to the 5. Bolden! Rose to the pylon! Touchdown! Patriots! The Jets with a 4th down and 1. White takes the snap, hands it off. Johnson runs up the middle. He was hit at the line. He lunges.
Somebody ran right into the wall.
Hey, that's it. That's a turnover right there. That's it. That's a turnover right there. Hey, that's it. That's it.
Shotgun snap back to Jones. Settles in, throws across the middle. Incomplete. Trying to find Myers at the goal line.
What a flag!
Pass interference. Defense. Number 44.
Looking for a call. They get one.
Placed at the 1-yard line. It's first down.
From the gun takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Across the back of the end zone. Diving catch by Henry. Pulls it in with his right hand. Touchdown. Patriots!
Shotgun on the 1 yard line.
That's our guy, too. That's what we said earlier.
Great drive, baby. Worst You did a nice job of selling it. This guy just got a great play.
5-man rush. Loading up, throwing long, left for Bourne. Has a step, has the catch. Tackled at the goal line. The ball squirts free. He'll be ruled down at the half-yard line. It is 1st and goal to go.
Oh, what a throw.
Lots of motions left. Jones turns, gives to Taylor. JJ lowers the shoulders, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
He's playing tough now, getting excited. Starting to feel good about themselves. It's good.
You're done. That's fine. You're done. You're up, Ryan. Let's go, boys.
The Pats winning in a runaway, 54-13 over the Jets.
Winning big at home the way we're supposed to win.
All right, fellas, here's a really good chance for us to start believing in some of the stuff we're doing. But don't turn the ball over. It's a good place to start. All right. Scored on 9 of 10 possessions offensively. Yock, stiff arming. All right, making plays in the passing game. All right, defensively, turn the ball over, getting vertical in the pocket, knocking the ball out of there. It's a great fumble at the end of the game. Just keep playing. Well, Cody, 5 tackles. I'm just telling you, one day at a time.
Time now for the plays of the week. Scott Zolak, Coach Belichick with you with the big win against the Jets. And Coach, we start right off the top, right out of the gate. Damien Harris, walk us through this one.
Yeah, first play of the game. Really good job on the line of scrimmage of the 2 double teams here down at the bottom with Shaq and David Andrews, and then Wynn and Ted Karras up on top. But you can see those double teams kind of moving the line of scrimmage and softening the front up a little bit there. Damien does a nice job of, hitting the crease and following Yock's blocks. That was a good start to the game.
Really good start to the game. Jakob, he does this all the time, goes unnoticed. Tough life being a fullback. Okay, and then we got the double pass here. Walk us through this one here. Pretty good pass by Bourne. I know his feet were staggered the wrong way, and he threw an accurate ball here.
Well, this is just a well-executed play. Mack, of course, makes the lateral here, and a key part of this play is the cut block here by Mike Onwenu. So Mike takes the end down to make that a nice, easy throw there for Mack to Bourne, and really it's perfect timing here on the outside. Aguilar sets it up nicely, and then as the corner reacts, then Nelly slips him, and KB makes a nice play. So a really well-executed play, and 2 passes involved, timing, and everything else. So it makes you wonder sometimes why some of the simpler plays we have trouble executing.
Yeah, you got two receivers now that can throw, which makes it problematic for defenses moving forward. Speaking of defenses, 4th and 1, the young kid Barmore here stuffs him. And it's a big change, a big sequence as far as points off the board, and you guys eventually go down and score here.
Right, yeah, it really is. The Jets are, in position to, to cut down the lead a little bit here, and 4th and 1 on the 28-yard line. We have a stunt down here at the bottom with Judon and Barmore coming inside. Guy and Van Noy over here on the front side kind of forces the ball back in a little bit. This is a little bit of a quick count here, so it's kind of hard to get the whole play. But this is Barmore coming inside of Van Rotten, and Judon coming in here as well. And so really the key is to kind of, set the edge on this play here and not let it get outside and force it back into Barmore and Judon. See Barmore gets across the guard's face here and makes a nice strong tackle, really wraps up Johnson here so he can't get the first down. And that was a big stop for us.
And you take a look at your kickoff coverage right here. Great job by Davis, right?
Yeah, Cody had a big day for us. He, was in on several tackles on the kickoff team, and this is the Jets trying to. They're just running a match return. Everybody just, everybody's got a guy here, so they're letting the backside safety go and the kicker go, and just trying to match everybody up. This is Davis right here, where the arrow is. So he's the first guy down. You see him take on the blocker here. Do a nice job of shedding them, come over, make tackle on 20-yard line. We had good field position all day from our coverage teams, and then also gunner on the kickoff and punt returns. So we had a big edge there in field position, and our offense was able to take advantage of it. So it's a good day for us.
All right, always fun to do these after the wins, Coach. Road Warriors next couple of weeks. Good luck. Good luck out on the West Coast against the Chargers.
Yeah, thanks, Scott.
There's your plays of the week. More Patriots All Access will return right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
Touchdown, Patriots!
We go one-on-one with running back Damien Harris.
Was last Sunday's game against the Jets just what this team needed?
I think so.
And later, meet tight end Hunter Henry.
From the beginning, I always had the dream of being a professional athlete.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, official bank of the New England Patriots. By Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off. And by Pepsi. That's what I like. Pepsi, official soft drink of the New England Patriots.
I'm Lauren Spencer with your Patriots Social Media Minute heading into Week 8. 5 of the Patriots' 7 touchdowns on Sunday came from the running back room. And although the leader of the position group, team captain James White, is out for the season due to injury, he made sure to show support for his guys on Twitter throughout the game. Mac Jones led the Patriots to a big home win on Sunday, but as for what fueled his impressive offensive performance, steak, eggs, and spaghetti. The rookie quarterback revealed his go-to pregame meal during an interview on WEEI this week, and Twitter had plenty to say. Kyle Duggar snagged an interception for the second straight week, nearly resembling Julian Edelman's infamous Super Bowl 51 catch. But whether by a pancake, a pencil, a Pop-Tart, you name it, he in fact caught it. That's all for this week's Patriots Social Media Minute. I'm Lauren Spencer.
Sunday's game against the Chargers presents a great opportunity for New England to beat a good team with a winning record for the first time this year. Dan Roach checks in on a Patriots team eager for the challenge.
Taking the snap and dropping to the knee. Victory formation for the Patriots. Victory celebration.
They completed a season sweep with the Jets on Sunday. Ho-hum, right? Well, for some previous Patriots teams, perhaps. But for the 2021 version, a 41-point victory was no small trick, and it was just the treat this team needed.
When you've been so close to getting the wins in those big games and having a showing like we did Sunday, I think it definitely builds more confidence than we already had.
We executed at a high level, against a good defense that, throws different looks at you, has a tough front. And so, we were really balanced. I think that's one big thing that we were, proud of.
Building and getting better. That's what this Patriots offense has been trying to do for a long time.
I think it's starting to come together. We're enjoying, just going out and playing with each other too. I think that's one big thing, coming together a lot closer. It was good to go out there and execute like we did on Sunday, and now we got to turn the page and do it again.
And this week, a step up in competition as the Pats will visit the 4-2 Chargers out in LA, a team with a dynamic offense led by second-year quarterback Justin Herbert and all-around running back Austin Eckler.
Yeah, they're going to be ready to go, coming off a bye week, rested. So, we got to be ready to go this week again, start fast, the same thing as last week.
Meanwhile, rookie quarterback Mac Jones has completed over 70% of his passes in 5 of 7 games that he's played. The rookie record, 9, held by Dak Prescott. The overall NFL record, 13, held by Drew Brees in 2017. For Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
All right, Roachy, thank you very much. Joining me now is Patriots running back Damien Harris. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
I'm going to share with you a term.
Okay.
Demonstrated ability.
Okay.
When you're playing a full 60 minutes of football, when your team doesn't turn the ball over, and things start to roll, you start to win. Do you think this team is buying into all that?
I think so. I mean, the recipe is simple, like you just said, and the coaches reiterate it to us every single day. We tell ourselves, if we play good, clean football, if we don't turn the ball over, if we execute well, play with good fundamentals, communicate, and we got all 11 guys, whether it's offense, defense, special teams, if we have 11 guys on the same page doing their job, we know that we're a tough team. We're confident. We know we've got good players. We've got a good scheme. We've got good coaches. So if we do those things, we think we give ourselves a really good chance to win.
All right, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going back in time.
Okay.
Grew up in Kentucky.
I did.
Played youth football with Jared Stidham.
I did. Won a Super Bowl at that. Let me mind you that. We won a Super Bowl. Yes, sir, we did. 8 years old.
8 years old?
The 49ers. Yes, sir. We did. Undefeated. Never lost.
Really?
Yes, sir. We were pretty good.
So you go all the way back. You win a Super Bowl with Jared Stidham. Then you go to college, and you play with Mac. How small is this world?
It's crazy small. I mean, see, I think that that's the best part about football. Everybody talks about, winning big games, the accolades, the awards you can win. I think it's about the relationships. I've got two guys that, outside of everybody else, that I'll have relationships with for the rest of my life. I look at somebody like Stid that I essentially grew up with, and we get drafted to the same team, and look at us now. Same thing with Mac. From day one when he stepped on the campus, we were best friends. He was like a little brother to me. So, the relationships that you form and that you build, the camaraderie. I mean, that's what this game is about. It's a team sport. It's the most team-like sport. I mean, you got 11 guys on the field at the same time that have to all be on the same page. So I think that camaraderie, that brotherhood that we build, it's special. And I think that when you have a good team chemistry like that, that's what allows you to play well. That's what allows you to have 11 guys playing football the same way. And that's what gives you a good chance to win.
All right, you guys are going out to the West Coast on Halloween weekend.
We are.
Now, obviously, you guys can't go out.
Right.
But here's the deal.
Okay.
Let's go back in time again. What was your favorite Halloween costume?
My favorite Halloween costume was I think I was a big Spider-Man guy.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, I was a big Spider-Man guy. I distinctly remember a picture of me when I couldn't have been no older than 6 or 7 with my Spider-Man costume on. I was having a good time.
Favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh. I didn't eat too much candy growing up, but I love Starburst. I don't know why, but that was my thing. It was my go-to.
And what was your worst Halloween candy?
Candy corn, by far. Candy corn.
You answered that just like that.
Well, because I see people debating it nowadays. I see people talking about is candy corn good? Is it bad? Is it okay? Is it indifferent? It's bad. It's all bad.
Hey, Bill is a big Halloween guy.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Any way you guys can coax him into doing something special for Halloween?
If we win.
Oh,
I think let's start there.
Let's start.
If we get a win on Sunday, we'll talk about everything after. But I think that if we go out there, we play well, we play the way that we're supposed to, maybe we'll get something out of them. We'll see. But we got to take care of business first.
Go get it done.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You got it. Thank you. Damien Harris, I guess we'll be back for more Patriots All Access right after this.
What a win for Cardinal Spellman High School, who defeated arch rival St. Mary's in double overtime last week. For that performance, we recognize Coach Con Chase as our Patriots High School Coach of the Week. In doing so, the Cardinals handed St. Mary's their first loss of the year. Presenting the award is Pro Football and Patriots Hall of Fame linebacker Andre Tippett.
Really proud of the guys. They worked hard all season. They never gave up hope, and I was really happy to see them have great success on a big night at home.
The Patriots Charitable Foundation will donate $1,000 to the Cardinal Spellman High School football program in the name of head coach Con Chase.
Number on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Family!
They're calling them tight now. They're calling them tight. 2 penalties on the first 2 plays, 1 on each team. They're calling them tight now. Let's go. Alert pass. Alert the pass.
Steve, let's run no balls over our head. DeMarcus, keep them pass rushers in there now.
But it's 10 passes for every handoff. We got to get to the quarterback here. I mean, this is all passing. If they hand it off, then we'll make the tackle.
White takes the snap, backs up. Extra rushers coming. Ball batted down by Kyle Van Noy.
That's it. That's a good job on the pass rush. Good pass rush. That's good pass rush. That's the way to go. That's a lot of pressure on him right there. Good pass rush. That's it. That's the way to rock him. Nice job.
12, play fake by Hoyer. Throws a long ball left. Looking for Harry. He goes up to bring it down.
That's the way to come up with the ball. Hey, no doubt. Just like in practice, right? Just like in practice. How about Nikhil making the same catch that he made in practice? Same damn catch. Nice job. There we go. Nice job, Hunter. There you go. Good. And he just, yeah, good. Nice job. Got it. Only punted once, right?
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down and have some coffee with this guy, the head coach. Bill Belichick joins me now. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations on the big win against the Jets. 60 minutes of football, no turnovers, pretty good recipe for success, right?
Yeah, it is, Scott. I thought we got off to a good start, and we competed right to the very end. And so it's nice to, see us string some good plays together and, as you said, play for 60 minutes in all three phases of the game.
Okay, second week in a row, you faced a team coming off a bye. Faced the Jets, now you face the Chargers. Last year, went out there, played them pretty well. You beat them pretty soundly. Different year, different head coach. What's the biggest change in this team that you see when you watch them on film?
Well, it looks like they've certainly improved from last year. New scheme, a little bit of new scheme defensively and offensively. Herbert's second year, he's got some big weapons, which we'll see later. But very good receivers, good tight end, good back. They can really move the ball and score points in a hurry.
I know Herbert was very productive last year. How much better is he this year than last year?
I'd say he looks a lot better. He looked good last year. Don't get me wrong. I thought he had a good year, but just moving quicker, seeing things quicker, anticipating throws. And the receivers are making some big plays for him, and he's very athletic. He can get out of the pocket and scramble and make all the throws you want down the field. So this is one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He's going to be a good one.
All right, time now for the Ace Ticket Twitter question of the week, and it comes from @JK Coach, I got a pen in my hand. It's actually a Sharpie, and this is from a very astute viewer of the game. He said right at the top of the game, Coach Belichick has his cap, takes the cap off, he's jotting down some notes. Not many people can put the pen back in, yet you're able to do that. You ever worry about hitting the face? I've done it, and I've hit my teeth. You know how hard it is to get a permanent marker off your tooth?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, it looked like I'm having a cavity there in my front tooth, so I got to be careful on that.
All right, there you go. And if you want to ask the coach a question, you have to follow the team on Twitter @Patriots, #AskBB. You mentioned the Charger receivers, guys like Mike Williams and that. Take a look at these guys in a Belestrator.
Yes, we will. You bet. And Herbert throwing on the wall. He's pretty accurate, too.
All right. He can sling it. He's a big guy. All right. More Patriots All Access will return after this. Me and my Sharpie and the coach, and then we'll have the Belestrator for you.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Ace Ticket, where New England fans go for tickets to all their favorite events. Visit aceticket.com. By Dan O'Brien Auto. Come into any Dan O'Brien Auto Group store today and get your awesome protection plan. Keeping it awesome. By AdCare. Be recovery strong. Speak up. Reach out. Ask for help. Call AdCare at 800-ALCOHOL. And by Gillette. Look good. Game good. Gillette. The best a man can get. This player profile is brought to you by Pepsi.
During the Patriots free agency splurge last March, the team signed tight end Hunter Henry to a multi-year deal. Hunter has come on as of late with a touchdown in 4 straight games. Sunday, he returns to Southern California to face the team that drafted him, the Chargers. His journey to the NFL began in Arkansas, playing for one of the most innovative high school coaches in the country.
School has a good reputation. I mean, it has, academically, athletically, they have a lot of overachievers in their football.
I think this is known around the state as a place of excellence. People do call us a football powerhouse. And so when I hear football powerhouse, I'm not offended, because I try not to get offended in a world that people are too easily offended. But I do think y'all don't know it's much more than that. It's the best academic school in our state, and it's also a place where you can excel in the arts and whatever you want.
I didn't get to Arkansas until 9th grade and literally enrolled right into Pulaski Academy.
One thing that I think is really funny is Hunter actually started out at offensive tackle. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
That was crazy.
You wanted me to be that?
Yes.
He was a really good O-lineman with us, but then I went and watched him after that. Basketball season came, and I saw him on a basketball court, and how well he caught the ball, and how well he found open spots, and how well he moved his feet. And I just thought, this kid is playing out of position.
Coach Kelly came up to me after the game and just said, hey, I'd like you to think about moving Hunter from offensive tackle to wide receiver / tight end.
I knew he was going to be great catching the football, because anybody that plays basketball catches that ball so much, because everybody catches the ball. It's not like football where only certain guys get to catch the ball. So everybody's going to learn to catch the ball. I knew he'd be fine there, but I thought, if he can learn what we're wanting to learn, how to run our routes and how to make post-snap adjustments and stuff like that, he's got a chance to be a really good receiver. I
said, I don't know. And he said, you're just going to have to trust me. I know what I'm doing, and I've done this before. And, in the end, he was right.
Dad was a little reluctant, but I liked that he did what a dad should do and said, hey, you're the coach. Do what you think's best for the team.
I have high praise for Coach Kelly. To this day, he was probably the hardest coach ever on me. But honestly, looking back on it, I am very much appreciative of it, because it pushed me every day and held me accountable every single day.
You were so bored, the third period you wanted to go out into the lobby and play games.
Was that the Thrashers game?
Yes. I was hoping that somebody would throw a punch or something. I mean.
From the beginning, I always had the dream of being a professional athlete.
Later in Hunter's career, when he was pretty dominant at Arkansas, we had a sense that this was probably going to happen.
I did my pre-draft training in San Diego. So I was kind of like already out there and was there for about 2 months. And then I got drafted there, and it was like, wow, that's pretty cool that I was actually, out there on my own, and that's the city I went to right out the gate.
In the 2016 NFL Draft, the San Diego Chargers select Hunter Henry, tight end, Arkansas.
Good pick. So I talked to Coach Belichick during the draft process at the Combine, and we talked about the whole Coach Kelly thing. So that's kind of where it started, and I started to figure that out, and just the whole previous history to come with it is pretty crazy.
To the top he goes. Hunter Henry with the touchdown grab.
Have you not
Never seen the Green Monster.
Again yet? Oh, good. What?
Never seen Fenway Park.
Not the inside.
Oh my gosh.
When would have I ever seen it?
We actually found out we were coming here at 6 in the morning California time. We were dead asleep and Hunter's phone was ringing, and then my phone started ringing, and I was like, Hunter, someone's calling me and I feel like it's important. We should probably answer it. It was the Patriots and Hunter's agent going back and forth, and we hung up the phone. It was 6:15, and we were like, what just happened? We're going to New England.
I'm a big Patriots fan, and I've watched the way that they've used tight ends in the past, and I know that Josh and Coach Belichick have done a great job using tight ends, so it doesn't surprise me at all that he would have value for them.
Coach Kelly definitely reached out to me. He wasn't overwhelming about it, but he definitely mentioned it to me. It's an honor, and I'm excited for the opportunity just to be here. And for Coach Belichick to want me, I was pretty fired up for that.
Watched him pretty much his whole career. Henry's really been a great player.
I started looking at some podcasts and listening to some podcasts, and they were talking about him coming. And as a mom, it was so exciting for me to see how excited everybody was that he's coming here.
It's a really cool environment here. It's obviously a lot different than the South. This is kind of a perfect fit for them.
Just pumped to finally be here, kind of get in the mix, and this spring was cool to kind of get a feel of the culture and get around the guys and the team and the coaches.
You know, what's really cool about Hunter is he does embody everything. I think of Boston people as blue-collar, hard-working people, which is exactly what we have here where I am, as I came from a blue-collar family. I value that. I think what you'll see from Hunter is a guy on the field and in practice that is exactly that, and I think they will identify with him.
Diving catch by Henry, pulls it in with his right hand. Touchdown, Patriots!
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for the Belestrator. Quick look at the Chargers here, Coach. A lot of skill on the outside. Starts with their big guy, Mike Williams, right?
Yeah, this is Mike Williams down at the bottom of the screen here. And one of the first things you'll notice on this play is how quickly the Chargers operate. You can see the umpire and the referee, backing out here as the Chargers are in a no huddle mode, and the Browns are, having a conversation here about what to do and what they're checking, or what adjustment they're making on this tight split here, and see the communication going on back here, and then the ball snapped, right? So Williams comes off quickly here. He, splits the quarters coverage. Herbert spots that, puts it right on the money, and there you go, 70-yard touchdown. So, it all happens pretty quickly. They operate quickly at the line and have some very explosive receivers, quarterback with a big arm, and they don't fool around.
Yeah, and I'm sure tempo this week in practice was key, right? Not being flat-footed, everybody, all hands on deck, ready to go.
Absolutely, yeah. We needed a good look at that, and hard to simulate it, but we do the best we can on that. We got to be ready to play fast. Here's a fast motion coming across, and you can see it kind of, let's say, distracts the Cleveland linebackers a little bit, and then again, before you know it, here's Eckler out on the screen. There's the blocker. Here comes, two other guys. So the Browns are badly outnumbered on this one. Eckler makes a good run, cuts it back on the goal line, spins out of a tackle, another 30-yard touchdown. This guy's a real good running back and receiver. Catches a lot of balls out of the backfield. It's kind of a James White type of a player, and gets a bunch of carries too.
That'd be tough to cover. And of course, quarterback, big kid, 6'6" kid, Herbert. Here's a tough throw that he makes.
Right, so very athletic guy, has really good speed. Keenan Allen still is a big-time playmaker. He's got great size, concentration, and here Herbert, gets some pressure from the edge, and Cleveland has a good pass rush. Gets some pressure from the edge, and you can see how easily he escapes. I mean, it doesn't even look like he's struggling to run at all, and picks up Allen down the field. Really pretty good coverage here. Not bad right there, and he makes a great throw to Allen. Of course, Allen makes a good catch, as he always does. He's got outstanding hands, concentration, big guy, hard to overthrow, and turns this loose play into about a 30-yard gain. So we're gonna have to deal with a real good quarterback, good skill players, and a fast tempo offense for sure tomorrow.
All right, big trip out west, and Coach, Halloween weekend. I know you won't be here, but hopefully you have your malted milk balls on that trip out there. Big jug of them next to you on that plane. Good luck against the Chargers.
All right, appreciate it, Scott. Thanks a lot.
All right, there you go. There's your Belestrator. More Patriots All Access. We'll return right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, official bank of the New England Patriots. By Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off. And by Pepsi. That's what I like. Pepsi, official soft drink of the New England Patriots.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Patriots Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Are you ready to get started?
We bought the team in '94, and one of the first hires that we had to make was somebody to be the head of the cheerleaders. Hiring Tracy to run the cheerleaders or drafting Willie McGinnis, one of those was the two best decisions of '94. Tracy's place in the Hall of Fame was solidified many, many years ago. Tracy, it was an honor and a privilege to work with you. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
If you want to be successful building anything, you start with a strong foundation. For the Patriots, Richard Seymour was a foundational player.
New England, I have one question. What took so damn long?
I was directly behind him most of the time, and it was just made my life that use the easy word, because he was that good.
If you three can just stand right here, side by side. Can you see me?
When I say, there's no real comparables, there aren't. Never coached a player like Richard. The skill, the intelligence, the versatility, the work ethic, the dedication, the willingness to do things that he hadn't done before, and then perfect them is just rare.
You look good in red. It was truly an honor and a pleasure to play with you guys and hoist those banners up there.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access in our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. And Mike, I'm going to start with you this time, because you said last week that we didn't know how much we'd be able to take from this game against the Jets because it was just the Jets.
Yeah.
Do you still feel that way now?
Well, I do feel that way, Steve. I think for me, I want to see the Patriots play the way they played against higher level of competition. Now, that being said, I think they were excellent in the game, and that's what you have to do. Go out and just pound an inferior foe. So in that sense, I feel like you can take something out of the game. They did what they were supposed to do.
They pounded them, Paul.
I agree with Mike. I'm not ready to say that, this is a 10, 12, 15-win team now because they eviscerated the Jets, but I am very encouraged with how well they played in all facets. It's really the first time, Mike, we got to see all three facets of the game play at a very high level.
Can they build off this? Can they, they have a little mojo going now. Can they take it to a different level?
Yeah, I do think they can. And one of the reasons I think is, you heard Mike heading into that Jets game, a lot of the players talking about being better than their record, right? That was sort of the message. Right. And you wonder if maybe it was pounded home to try to convince them, like maybe lack of confidence a little bit. Maybe that's why when you look at the way that fourth quarter of that game, the Patriots just kept pouring it on. Maybe they were trying to show everybody, this is what we can be, this is what we can do. I think it's definitely a performance to build on.
They can absolutely build off of it, and I would just use Matthew Slater's words as an example of how they can. He said it reinforced to them that if they stay true to their process, they can get results like that. So I think that's the building part of it. And to Paul's point, what did Bill Belichick, what did we hear him say in the locker room after the game, in the Sights and Sounds segment of the show? He talked about punching the ball out, on one of the last plays of the game. A lot of people probably left the stadium at that point. Finishing strong.
Finishing strong indeed. A year ago, they absolutely torched the Chargers, 45-0. Do you see this happening again?
I don't
Completely
necessarily.
Different team.
Yeah, it is. And I think that the number one difference to me is Anthony Lynn is no longer the coach. They have a young guy in Brandon Staley who, we're finding out about. He's only coached 6 games. They're 4-2. Looks like a different kind of a coach. I thought that they really were let down both by injuries last year, the Chargers, and by some coaching decisions. The special teams were an absolute mess. It was one of the rare times Mike and I came on this forum and told you special teams are going to be huge, and it was absolutely the difference in the game. I don't think you can rely on that kind of stuff again.
And what was interesting was Bill Belichick mentioning how the Chargers signed 2 special teamers this week. Kicker Dustin Hopkins, Andre Roberts, the returner.
Yes.
And he said that shows you the priority they're putting on special teams under the new regime. One point I would make, the Chargers defense, not very good against the run. Damien Harris, J.J. Taylor, maybe Ramondre Stevenson, Brandon Bolden. To me, that's a storyline this week for the Patriots.
Keep pounding it. Prediction time.
Yeah, not very good against the run. Try dead last. 32nd. Now, there is a little bit of a mitigating factor there. They have faced Cleveland, Baltimore, and Dallas. Those are 3 of the top 4 rushing offenses in football. So maybe they're not as bad as those numbers, but I do think, Mike,
that's how the Patriots will probably try to approach this game. I love this matchup. I think it's going to be a terrific football game out there. I think it's going to come down to the wire. I see the Chargers with just a little bit more offense, 27-23, but absolutely a game that could go either way.
Everyone said, great job last week. You just went with what Paul said,
Right in
and
my
you were
coattails.
right. I'm going the other way this time. Give me the
going-
Patriots,
Yeah.
and I'll go 27-23 Patriots.
All right, so he's still riding my coattails.
Same score. Same score. All right, guys. Great job as usual.
Thanks, Steve.
That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access. For Mike Reese and Paul Perillo, I'm Steve Burton. Happy Halloween, everyone.